Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund and AAA Minneapolis.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police and Fire Departments. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sergeant Brian Hubbard. The Edina Police Department was able to hold on to its motorcycle program after the Edina Crime Prevention Fund stepped in to purchase a bike. Edina TV's Dietrich Nissen has more on why the program almost ended and why it's so valuable to the community.
Before he was back in a patrol car this winter, Officer Darren Cizik enjoyed the responses he'd get while riding this bike.
I'm not sure what it is, but more people are really interested in that motorcycle. I want to know about it.
And residents hoping to see the bike may not have had the chance with the end of a special lease program last fall.
Every year we would pick up the motorcycles in March, drop them off, around Thanksgiving time. When I returned the motorcycles on Thanksgiving, they delivered a bunch of bad news.
The dealership's $1 a year lease program was being discontinued, which meant the department had to sign a typical lease, buy a bike, or end the department's motorcycle program.
It wasn't in the budget for something like this to happen.
That's why the Edina Crime Prevention Fund stepped in to cover the $16,000 cost.
After a lot of discussion within our executive committee for the crime fund, looking at our finances and so on, we decided that we could afford to go ahead and purchase one motorcycle.
I was ecstatic when I heard the news that that program was going to continue. For them to step up just to continue that program, I think it's beneficial for a police department. I couldn't thank them enough.
A motorcycle unit is a highly effective way of enforcing traffic laws and engaging with the community. It's a great draw. People see it and, oh, Edina has a motorcycle, there's the motor officer, and let's look at the cycle and talk with the motor officer.
When we're out on a motorcycle, I tell everybody this, we get more people that approach like Ryan or myself. It is a great tool to just talk about.
And thanks to the Edina Crime Prevention Fund, residents will still get that chance come springtime. In Edina, Dietrich Nissen, Edina TV.
The department does not currently have plans to purchase a second motorcycle. Cizik and Sergeant Ryan Schultz will share the bike. There were lots of laughs, some squeals and shivers, and a whole lot of fun at this year's Polar Plunge in Eden Prairie. Hundreds of people jumped into Riley Lake to raise money for Special Olympics Minnesota. The money will be used to fund athletic, health, and leadership programs for people with physical and intellectual disabilities.
Well, what's really cool is what you're seeing right here, and it's just the beginning. So the first 50 years were about acceptance, and they were about opportunity for people that might not have it. The next 50 years are really about knocking down that final barrier and being inclusive by nature, so doing things with as opposed to for.
Edina's 12-member team, known as the Spider Pigs, raised $3,318, the most among all the law enforcement groups at this plunge. The team included dispatchers, a firefighter, and family members of the department's employees. As of press time, this year's series of Polar Plunges had raised nearly $3 million. A new LED sign has been installed outside of Fire Station 1. The sign costs $17,000 and is a major upgrade from the old board, which required staff to physically change out tile letters. With the new sign, staff can update messages almost instantaneously from their computers. The sign rotates messaging every hour and makes it easier to advertise upcoming events and public safety awareness messages. The fire department has used the message board to announce President Trump's directives to lower flags and to give drivers a heads up on accidents to help them avoid that part of town. Pets are often thought of as family members, which is why it's important to protect them and yourself while driving on the road. According to a recent survey by AAA, 84% of respondents brought their pet on a road trip. However, only 16% reported using a safety restraint.
All right.
Any unrestrained pet can not only be a distraction, it can also increase the risk of a crash by interfering with a person's ability to drive. Restraints help secure your pet's movement and allow you to keep your mind on the road.
If a pet is understrained, they are a distraction to you as a driver. If you're having to reach back and push them back, that's a manual distraction. You're also focusing on them, that's a mental distraction. And it's also, if you think about it, if you get into a crash, what happens then? Your dog could hurt itself or it could hurt other passengers in the car, and you don't want that to happen.
It's important to note that a vehicle's airbags can be deadly to most pets. That's why the safest way to travel with your pet is to restrain it in your vehicle's back seat. On behalf of the City of Edina's Public Safety Team, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Until next time, stay safe.